You ducked around. What did you find out? I bought coke from a Manhattan street dealer with a fake $50 bill. I was 19 and dumb and lived in Brooklyn, so I thought he would never find me. 8 years later this motherfucker spotted me on the street and beat my ass with a baseball bat. I'm actually surprised how good his memory is. You got unique features like looking like you've seen a ghost. I am 6'4" and back then was pretty muscular. I would have stood out like a sore thumb. This guy just had a baseball bat at his side for 8 years in case he ever saw you. Bro earned that beat down, he was dedicated as duck. Just because someone is friendly to you, it doesn't mean they are your friend. Yup. Had a co-worker at a new job who was super friendly and always offering to help me. She actually wanted my job, she'd been passed over for promotion, and was trying to compile some dirt on me and show that I was incompetent. In this case, I guess, she's the one who ducked around and found out BC everyone realized what she was doing and she got fired. That your employer is not your friend. Nothing that isn't a signed contract has any relevance to it. Never trust the spoken word, even with witnesses. Anything in business, get in writing. You have a phone call? Follow up with an email and ask some sort of affirmating question they have to respond to. If you're seeking employment, get the offer in writing. Spoken words can be challenged, but written with a signature is much harder. If you turn 18 in jail, they transfer you to the adult side at midnight. They may or may not sing happy birthday sarcastically. Is that really true? Because people 18-21 are often also sent to juvie. Yep. I did some stupid things that got me in there. The county jail had a juvenile side and an adult side. I had to get rebooked at midnight and got transferred to the adult side. Not a great birthday. My uncle took the kids, me, my brother and my cousins, to the go-karts when we were younger than what was allowed. Ages between, I don't know, 8 through 10 or something. The owner was making an exception for us and was explaining how dangerous it can be if we don't follow the rules and how he could get in trouble if we didn't behave and drove slowly and cautiously. While he was talking I was making funny gestures to show I was a big and strong kid, like flexing or tiptoeing to make myself taller, normal kid stuff. The dude looked at me and said no one was going to drive because of me, and that I should have taken seriously what he was saying instead of goofing around. Boy I was everybody mad at me. It wasn't all that bad, but man, did that stuck with me. It's been like 20 years and I still remember that lol. Narcissism is easily mistaken for confidence. Can you give an example? I am trying to learn to differentiate between these two. Narcissists believe the world revolves around them specifically, which does mean that they act with incredible confidence. But being confident is not the same as being narcissistic. A very on-the-nose example is, a confident guy locks eyes with a cute girl across the bar. He walks over, maintains a polite distance, compliments her, and asks if he can buy her a drink. Or something along those lines. Point being, he has the confidence to take the first step and make contact. He will also leave if it is requested or obvious if that's what she wants. A narcissistic guy will walk over, stand way to close, talk about how she is so obviously into him, and generally make himself the center of the interaction, and is much less likely to respond to a dismissal. Narcissism is sort of an overconfidence in your own image and personality. The belief that everything happens for you, and not for everyone else. Went into Muay Thai gym with like 1 year of casual boxing experience. They partnered me with a small woman who was trying out for some Olympic team or something. I was expecting to be humbled. And I knew from friends who went to this gym that they give you rough treatment at first to see if you are serious about the 1 year commitment. We sparred a bit and I made the bring it on or more gesture with my hands at her. What came next was a flurry of fists, knees, and feet that I can't even explain. Had blood in my pee for 2 days. Don't wait for someone because you hope there's the chance for romance in the future. Even if they say it could happen one day. You shouldn't need to put your life on hold for them. Live in the here and now, and the right person will hopefully find you one day. My ex that I've been so deeply in love with has been sending me "we're gonna get back together soon girl, I just need more time" for months now. I feel absolutely frozen just waiting and waiting. I don't want to lose them, but it's hard. I wanna see things, do things, meet people. I just feel like I'm gonna betray them if they actually do need more time. I feel like an asshole for wanting to try and move forward. You're not together now. It's free game. Don't miss your husband waiting on a boyfriend. That not wearing a helmet while longboarding and ducking up a tuck and roll can cause a traumatic brain injury. Wear a ducking helmet. You're not kidding. I knew a girl whose entire personality changed after wiping out exceptionally hard on a longboard. She never sought any treatment even though it was an ugly, ugly fall. Within a year she went from an average suburban girl to professional fire-eating lingerie hula hooper. I know it's a lot to unpack. She's just strange now. Not in a bad way, I guess. She seems happy enough, but I feel like the girl that got on that longboard is gone forever. I fell off my board going about 30 miles per hour down a canyon without a helmet. I don't think I had a concussion, but I did hit my face good enough. I had cuts around my eyes and the bridge of my nose from my sunglasses. Now that I think about it though, my anxiety did get worse after that accident. I just chalked it up to my second year of college being difficult, but I've had this anxiety ever since. Maybe I hit my head harder than I thought. I never did go to a doctor. Never get with someone who just broke up with someone. Don't be an open book because you have nothing to hide. Sometimes you need to protect yourself. Being totally open about everything isn't a sign of pure honesty. You can be honest but decline to answer. People will use this information against you. It's not lying to just be private about your personal life. Listen to your instincts. Even if it seems rude or people think you're crazy. Get out of, and away from, people and situations that feel unsafe. Don't get in a vehicle with someone who is drunk or high or you even suspect it. I've been with a lot of women and never used condoms. Because I never knocked a girl up, condoms weren't even a blip on my radar. Well, I knocked a girl up. Fast forward and I'm a single dad. My son is 17, and I'm raising his half-sister who isn't even mine. Also, I didn't believe in marriage and never wanted kids. I can say that I'm as happy as can be with how my life turned out. Mosquitoes ain't that bad. I went forest camping in a tropical country with no insect spray. Caught some dengue virus. I can tell you that was the worst thing I've ever endured in life. I almost lost my life in the process. Long story short, I got the worst variant of dengue that made my blood platelet counts drop to critical level. I had to have a blood transfusion. Had 40+ degree fever every day for a week that I needed a dedicated nurse to physically cool my body down with wet towels because medications didn't work. I think I could barely get an hour of sleep a day because of the fever. My immune system was also overwhelmed, so I got diarrhea as a bonus. There was this moment I was having a high fever and diarrhea at the same time, so I had to stay in the toilet and the nurse was wiping my body. Thank you, Ms. Nurse, for your dedication. I will never forget it, but I hope you will whelp. I'm still alive, but remember, mosquitoes are ducking assholes. Not to ever date cops. More details. Usual tale, girl meets boy. Boy has unresolved trauma, an ability to lie without remorse, and is a serial cheater, misogynist, homophobic, racist who will use intimidation and vague threats to avoid accountability or being a decent person. The far part of Fafo was going against my intuition and better judgment because of amazing sex and chemistry. That if you are used to people buying you very expensive things, tearing you down, writing you shitty poems, tearing you down again and telling you that they love you very early on in the relationship, it will undoubtedly duck up your perception of a healthy relationship further down the line. Realizing the amount of times I've been love bombed and stuck in tumultuous and at times abusive relationships has been so shocking. Eating to manage stress. It's a few snacks daily. What is the worst that could happen? Obesity. The fact that any kind of walking now winds me. My parents are scared I will give myself a stroke or diabetes. I am now about 156 kilograms, 360 pounds. It sucks. Everything is worse now, as if before I was stressed cause I have ADHD. Now I'm stressed cause I have ACDC and I'm obese. I am working on it now, as I have been hitting the gym really hard. Can now deadlift and squat 140 kilograms and bench 100 kilograms. But damn, it will take me years to go back to healthy state. I'm curious, I just want to know what cigarettes taste like. Lots of people around me smoke, it can't be that bad. I'll just have one puff. It's not like I can't quit again right away. I won't get addicted or anything. I'm stronger, better than that. One puff out of curiosity became one cigarette, became one pack a week, became one pack a day, became 25 years of smoking. I don't know how much of this is down to genetics or predisposition or whatever, or me just not having a strong enough will, but I became addicted so quickly it's ridiculous. Don't ever start. Thought I was tough shit in my late teens, early 20s. Worked out, played rugby and could handle myself. Then, I had a physical disagreement with a big Maori bloke who beat the living shit out of me. He gave me plenty of chances to change the trajectory of this outcome, but I was too full of shit to pay attention. I ducked around and got ducked up, but I grew as a person that day. If it hadn't happened, I'd have probably taken a lot longer to realize how much of a dickhead I was at the time. If you're going to date someone with a kid from a previous relationship, make sure you can handle a breakup. You'll get attached to the kid, and if when they leave, the breakup will hurt twice as bad. Helped raise him like he was my own child for 2 years and being the father figure his biological dad never was. Ended up going to therapy over it because it felt like I had lost my own child and there was nothing I could do about it, and knew I'd never see him again. I know everyone has their own story and situation, but I'll never date another single mother because there's no way I could go through that again. That if you're ducking around during sports practice, you or someone else can be seriously hurt. In high school during track practice we were using resistance bands and my friend Jenna was doing backpacks with the bands. I thought it would be funny to pull on it while she was running forward and she fell backward and we all laughed until Jenna told me that her arm hurt. Jenna had broken her wrist when she fell because I was goofing off. Oh no, it gets worse. Because she was in a cast, she couldn't do her job. She got fired. And because she got fired, her foster mom kicked her out. To this day it makes me feel like garbage. Luckily she didn't blame me at all and was never upset with me, and we're still friends to this day. But damn dude, the guilt I still carry after almost 20 years.